Two men, twin sons from different mothers, with a passion for voiceover recording technology and the desire to make recording easy for voice actors everywhere. Together, in one place, George Whittam, the home studio engineer to the stars, a Virginia Tech grad with an unmatched knowledge of all the latest gear and technology in voiceover today. Dan Leonard, the home studio master, a voice actor with over 30 years experience in broadcasting and recording, and a no-holds-barred, myth-busting attitude for teaching you how easy it is. Together, finally, to bring you all the latest technology, the superstars of voiceover today, and leading the discussion on how to make the most of your voiceover business. This is Voiceover Body Shop. And now, live from their super secret multimedia studio in Sherman Oaks, California, here are George Whittam and Dan Leonard.
This is overwhelming.
You guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Leonard.
And I'm George Whittam.
And this is Voiceover
Body Shop.
or VO.
Yes.
Alrighty, take two. All right. Well, we're here for my birthday party. Not that that's really important, but it's great to have a lot of our friends here. You get another shot of the audience here. We've got lots of great people here who've come by.
A few lousy ones.
Joining us for the show. And you're in Virginia.
I am. I'm in Virginia. I am in my friend Mary Kelly Williams's basement studio here. It's a really cool spot. She's got lovely quotes on the wall from Dr. Seuss. As you can
Why
see.
fit in when you were born to stand out?
Isn't that cool?
I like it.
And I'm here just on vacation. I'm visiting friends in Virginia, driving all around the south of Virginia, then back up to DC. I'm going to go see Virginia Tech tomorrow. I visited two friends from Virginia Tech I hadn't seen in 18 years today. And it's been a great trip. And to top it all off, I saw a client today.
All right.
On Smith Mountain Lake. He's got a condo right over the water.
Very cool.
It's just really, really cool to get to work in these settings. We did a voiceover booth built with, guess what? PVC pipe and blankets. Your favorite. My favorite too, and it works beautifully. It's amazing how effective something so simple can be, and I'm always proud of those. Those are some of my most favorite kind of setups. The ones that don't seem like they should work as well as they do, and they work beautifully.
But they do. And we have a spare here sitting next to the garage, next to the studio here, in case anybody wants one. A nice 4x4. Anyway, we'd like to thank, of course, our sponsors, Harlan Hogan over at voiceoveressentials.com, Edge Studios, your employers, David H. Lawrence XVII and his fine company, vo2gogo.com, and the fine classes he teaches over there, and also Source Elements for bringing us Source Connect and all the other cool stuff that they have over there. And
a new addition to the sponsorship family.
Is it our friend at Antland Productions?
That's right, Uncle Roy.
Uncle Roy, yeah. Anyway, well, it's good to we always love doing this for a live audience. It makes it a lot more fun. But right now, it's time for...
Is it time for me to play a cue?
Cue, yes.
You got it.
And now, the VoiceOver Extra VOBS News, the latest and most comprehensive voiceover industry news. Brought to you live.
Alrighty, it's time for the VoiceOver Extra VOBS News. In other words, what to tell newcomers. The new year brings fresh dreams and goals, and to be sure, hundreds of dreamers will be exploring a voiceover career. So what do you, as a voiceover pro, tell people when they want to get into this exciting career and make a lot of money? No. Be nice. You were there once too, all right? So look, you should be realistic in your advice. Direct them to the list in the For Newcomers section, of course, at voiceoverextra.com. The top article by voiceover pro Rachel Fuglaniti gives 10 key questions that anyone should ask themselves to evaluate their potential for success in a voiceover career. And by the way, if you're looking at George here, if you're a newcomer to voiceovers, pay special attention to this. Success depends on much more than the great voice everyone says you have. Number 1, are you a self-starter? Are you a self-starter? Okay, you better be. Number 2, are you a good multitasker? Are you all good multitaskers?
Yay!
No, not really. Not really.
Number 3, are you okay with no routine being your routine?
Yeah.
All right. In other words, constantly changing plans?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have acting experience?
Why, yes, I do.
Okay.
Genius!
Are you a risk taker?
Yes.
If you're not a risk taker, what are you doing in this country? Number 6, do you love voiceover enough to do it for free?
No. I hate that.
In other words, will it keep an inner fire lit during the darkest of days?
How dark?
Well, we'll see. It's dark out now. Number 7, are you a good business person?
Yes.
Okay. People aren't as excited about that one. All right.
Yes.
Number 8, how's your self-confidence?
I have excellent self-confidence.
Great.
Well, you'll need an extra heavy dose, by the way. And number 9, how about your people skills? You can't be a wallflower. We got any wallflowers in here?
Really.
Not amongst this crowd. And number 10, do you have another job or income that will support you on this journey?
Does a meth lab count?
If you're Heisenberg.
That's right. Despite some marketing you may have heard, voiceover is not a path to quick riches. It takes time, energy, and money to get a career off the ground. See? You can be nice with advice and realistic at the same time. Everyone can flesh out the deals of these evaluation points at voiceoverextra.com. Look for the For Newcomers line in the red menu bar at the top of the page.
That's where the flesh is?
That's where it is. So have fun and Happy New Year from VoiceOver Extra. John Florian, thank you very much for
Yeah! John
You gotta love a live audience. It just makes it so much more fun. So anyway, Anthony is, of course, in our monitoring our chat room there from Kalamazoo, Michigan, where it's probably 20 below zero and an ice storm and whatever was going on there today. If you have a question for us, throw it in the chat room and hopefully we'll see it here. We have a lot of great guests. I want to talk to a few people, but why don't we start with our first guest here? Who's
You mean
over
the one
here?
that invited
Two-shot
himself?
there, John. Two-shot, George. There we go.
Where did
John
I-
Taylor.
Oh, look.
We're in Hollywood.
The woo.
The woo, yes.
I got a woo
You are
here.
the woo in Hollywood.
Well, now I got wood.
Okay.
Oh,
Not what we want to hear. Okay.
he's so wood.
Anyway, welcome back to the VoiceOver Body Shop.
It's good to be here in the Honeycomb Hideout.
It is. It is.
I like what you've done with the place.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, this is a beautiful view here with this picture window.
I know.
Overlooking the hills.
Yes, I'm standing on top of the Griffith Observatory here.
very nice.
It was nice of them to let us put it there.
It's roomy, climate controlled. It's lovely.
It is. It is. What you been up to?
I have been, doing voiceover, doing animation, cartoons. I was at the Star Wars movie,
Yes.
watching the movie on Christmas Day, and I'm talking to a friend, and my voice comes out of the screen.
From what?
For a commercial.
Bridges of Madison
Yeah,
County.
the Bridges of Madison County is
Oh,
a musical that's playing around the country, and it's playing in L.A. And this was an ad I did, and they hadn't paid me, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" And I was immediately texting the agent. Oh, by the way, I just heard myself in this ad. I thought that was just a scratch. I haven't gotten a check, have I? Or am I having amnesia? So anyway, it pays to listen to what's playing in the previews because, yeah, I'm sure there was an oversight.
Always.
Yes.
Or I could be
Clearly.
like, I could look at, oh, wait, no, there's a stub. I did get paid. Never mind. Sorry.
And that's life. in Hollywood.
That's right. That's what happened. But yeah, so that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I did have a voiceover experience on Christmas morning, and I will share this. A friend of mine had a friend in New York who's an actor in some show, and I forgot who it was or what the show was, has a 7-year-old daughter, was supposed to get a specific gift that she had asked Santa for, and the parent knew that that would not be delivered by Santa. So when the 7-year-old woke up, there wouldn't be this thing. Please, can you call as Santa Claus and let her know that the elves made a mistake in shipping and it's going to be sent back to California in a couple of weeks. It will arrive. So I had to call as Santa. Now, the person had changed my name and number to Santa on the caller ID and put a picture of Santa because 7-year-olds, they know how phones work. They would be like, wait a minute, that's not, it's Santa. For you. So I got to play Santa for this little girl. And we got the background on, the little brother and what she'd been doing in school. So it was a complete conspiracy to deceive this 7-year-old. And it was so awesome. And we got a text back like about, I don't know, half an hour later that Sophie has announced that this was the best Christmas ever. Don't tell her. She'll find out later, in later years. Yeah, that it wasn't really Santa. But he doesn't have time to call every kid who doesn't get a Barbie pop-up dream camper.
Makes total sense to me.
I got one.
You did?
Oh yeah. I was on the nice list.
Ah, yes. Keeping it on the shelf.
I was able to
Really nice.
grab a video clip of Santa actually getting his presents out in our living room and showed it to Ella the next day because she wanted proof.
Oh,
Nice.
So I got a shot of that guy. Got him. Snagged him.
very
Bam.
nice.
It's fun how technology allows us to complete the deception of the young
fun.
ones.
It's a good thing. They grow up so fast.
They do grow up so
Yeah.
fast. Thank you. Denise is here.
Yes.
Yay!
You got to see this. We've got a room full of great friends here. And this is sort of looking like the stateroom scene from Monkey Business, if you've ever seen that with everybody just.
Call room service.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got insomnia. He's sleeping it off.
Yeah.
Interesting lines from that one. Anyway, nice to see you.
Good to be seen.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more. We're going to take a break right now. You got one queued up, George?
Messing around.
Okay.
monkeying
All right.
around.
All right. Then
Do
I'll.
you have another live read? Let's do another live read.
I think we got the live read here for Source Connect. Actually,
Can I do it as Paul Harvey?
Please.
Okay.
All right.
Put it on the prompter.
Well, it's right
Yeah,
here.
do
You
the
can
Source
see it here.
Connect.
Yeah.
Hello, Americans. Yes, Source Elements is a very proud sponsor of VOBS. Source Connect and Source Connect Now. What's the difference? Well, my son, young Paul, on his 89th birthday said, Dad, what is the difference? Well, Source Connect uses an iLock USB key, and Source Connect Now, why, it's done without an iLock. Yes, indeed. Source Connect is used by most commercial and broadcast studios, such as CBS. They have gone all Source Connect now.
Wow.
Yes, the competition. I'm with ABC.
About time.
Source Connect now, mostly smaller production houses and home studios. Source Connect works with Source Connect. What?
I didn't write it.
Oh, okay. Source Connect now works with, it all just works. Get it? Source Connect is a standalone app and effects plugin. Source Connect now only works with the Google Chrome browser. So it's simple.
Sample locked.
It's sample locked and simple, and it will never drift out of sync or change bit rate. That would mean quality. Source Connect now can shift in time and vary its bit rate and quality. Source Connect requires network configuration. Source Connect now does not. Those are the differences, and thank you for asking.
And now the rest of the story.
And now, the rest of the story. Good day.
All righty. All right, now you can run a spot, George.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Every Monday, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
Voiceover Body Shop. I love when they talk BS about VO.
Hiya, VO friends. You sure you ain't booked a VO gig in 7 years? And your demo is so old that you can hear the clicks from the stock music records? And you hear so much tape hiss that you run to the sink to see if the faucet is running? And the engineer used so much echo on your voice that it sounds like it was recorded in the Grand Canyon? And the scripts seem a bit dated too, advertising the new and improved 1938 Plymouth Road King? Is that what's been troubling you, Bunky?
Well, lift your head up high and take a walk in the sun. Your demo can be killer, too. Just contact Uncle Roy at AtlandProductions.com and book yourself a shiny new killer demo. Show your stick-to-itiveness and show the world you'll never give up, never give up, never give up. That dream.
Voiceover Body Shop, where you can learn everything from mic technique to how to market your voiceover business to acting your way out of a wet paper sack, which is my favorite, by the way.
Yeah. All righty. We're back here on Voiceover Body Shop, and it's a birthday party. And it's yeah, I am actually 59 years old today.
Don't say that out loud.
My mother is absolutely shocked. We're sitting there having breakfast this morning. She goes, 59 years?
No, she's shocked because she's so old.
Denise doesn't have an edit function.
No, she's not.
I'm one of those. I can say that.
Okay. Anyway, did we get any questions from the studio audience yet, George?
I have no idea.
That brutal honesty is why we love you so much.
That's right. Well, I don't see any in there. Anybody got any questions?
I don't see any, so let's make some up.
Yeah.
Where's your birthday hat?
Where's my birthday hat?
Yeah, how come you're not wearing one of those like cone dunce-like
Oh,
birthday hats?
because it's just not so. I usually put on two and make them horns.
Yeah, where are they?
I don't have them. Maybe I'll have some inside. See, you got to understand, the studio here is like remote from my actual house. You know, it's like 300 yards to my house. It's a long run back there, so why bother?
It's a large compound.
Yes, it is. And
stately
I have a question
Leonard
for you.
Mansion.
yeah, there are some mines out there too, so you have to watch out.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Because a lot of people
Larry Hudson.
Thank you both, you and George, by the way, for your mic shootout. It was pretty awesome.
Thank you.
And
Thank
a
you.
lot of
Hey, you're
people
welcome.
Had asked me questions about it, and one of the questions they asked was, when you were giving the spec, almost on every mic, was like no pad, and there was one other thing that you said, and I don't remember what it was.
Oh, there was no and the bass roll off.
No bass roll off,
Yeah.
no pad. No, so in other words, no filter, no pad.
No filter. There was
So-
the straight mic. Yes.
So people wanted to understand, what is a pad?
Oh, what is a pad? Well, it's something that it's one of the things that you get with a microphone that when you talk into it too loud, the sound pressure level is called SPL, which is why it's called sound pressure level. And some mics can handle it better than others. If you are going to scream, if you're like doing some sort of a read where you are really, really yelling or something like that, if you hit the pad on there, if you take the pad, it'll take it down 10 dB, and that will prevent you from overmodulating. Jay Preston is here!
Happy birthday!
Thanks, J.O. Jay Whizzikers. I thought you were in Boston.
I came back just for you.
Oh, come on now.
We have a seat if you would care to.
Yeah, grab a stool. Just don't step on ours.
Happy birthday, buddy.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here. All righty. Yep. So, yeah, no.
That answer.
That answer is it'll reduce the response of the microphone by 10 dB so you don't overmodulate.
Does this have a pad?
A 416, it does not have a pad.
Oh, so if somebody out of the blue went, ah! It would...
They're screwed.
Yeah, it'd be a little
Pretty
blown
much.
out.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I mean, you
so-
can overdrive a microphone or you can overdrive a mic preamp. And some microphone, when you look at the microphone spec, if it says maximum SPL handling, that's what they're talking about when they're saying a microphone can handle so much volume. And so some mics, because they're a little too sensitive, they will add a pad so that the mic can handle a kick drum or a trumpet or an 1812 overture cannon. So they add those pads in there as a way to, it goes somewhere inside the electronics of the mic between the diaphragm and the preamp so that you don't clip the input of the mic. That's the scientific explanation.
Aren't we all excited by that?
Why would you think we wouldn't be excited by that?
Anyway, do we have any other questions?
Larry has another.
No.
I'm looking in the show notes. Don't
I have a
see
question
any
for
appearing.
everybody. Just a fun question.
How about from our audience?
Okay.
Rebecca.
It was just a fun question for everyone. Did anyone get any voiceover related gifts for the holidays?
Dan's about to.
Ooh.
Oh.
Anyone?
Really?
I don't consider my birthday part of the holidays.
Yeah. Tell somebody who cares.
You're right. You're right between Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year's.
I mean, it's worse.
You're
than that.
lucky we acknowledge this birth at all.
I know. My wife's our anniversary is on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Her birthday is December 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Hanukkah.
Mm-hmm.
Then the holidays, and then now my birthday. It's
My
like-
gift covers all.
It does.
Yeah.
And it will probably last that long too. I will savor those black and whites like nothing else. Got me some black and white
cash.
cookies from Arts
Does
Deli.
that count?
Yeah. Did anybody get cash?
I did.
Yeah. Did anybody get any holiday any voiceover related gifts? I guess not.
I think everybody's.
Denise got one. What'd you get?
I got Fire Dynamic headphones.
Oh, they are dynamic headphones.
Ah.
Birthday related too.
And were they bedazzled?
I'm gonna have to bedazzle them.
Because you're a very fashionable.
She's a bedazzled lady.
Oh my,
Yes.
thank you, but I don't know about that.
Does that affect the sound?
The bedazzling?
Yes, the bedazzling.
It adds a little bit of sparkle to your voice.
You know what I bought was those Bose noise canceling earbuds.
Yeah.
These are presents I buy myself. You know.
Costco, $100.
Really? Man.
I don't think I have the noise canceling.
Oh, Costco, $100? Really?
Yeah, don't
Bose.
go to Bose.
Noise
Bose.
canceling?
I don't know if they're
Noise canceling?
I thought
They're $100. They work
100.
great. They fit in my ears.
Hey, let's do that.
Yeah. Anthony, throw some questions in there. I know you're watching.
Everybody's had every question answered by now, I think, by us over the last
We've
4
only done
years.
like 215 shows over the last 4.5 years. I figure everything's been answered, but we have a lot of new people watching now. So if some of you folks that are fresh to the business, notice I didn't say the N word, and if you're fresh,
Slow on the uptake.
So if you've got any questions, this is the place to ask them, especially if you haven't heard an answer for it yet. Although
Especially with a room full of people like this, because if we don't know the answer, someone else in there is going to know for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, the chat room kind of answers all their own questions for themselves.
I know.
They're so smart.
Yeah, I don't get to watch the chat room much anymore.
It's fun.
You know,
It is
now
fun.
now that George and I do the show together, we're busy being on a TV show. It's like I can't pay attention to the chat room. I'm busy being the host.
Right.
So it's like, which really sucks. Maybe if we just put it up over there and there's like a big billboard or
We
something.
could have a crawl down the bottom. of the
we tried the
screen.
crawl once.
Here's
yeah,
one.
No, people hated the crawl.
Yeah, they did not. What happens in the chat room stays in the chat room, is what we're told.
So
Very quickly. Scott Chambers says, "Hey, what does Dan plan to do with his next 59 years?"
Oh God.
Hey, Scott.
Oh, I plan on trying to make it here in Hollywood, and see what happens here. No, it's great actually being here. I mean, California is. I feel like I've always should have been here, and I probably should have when I came out in 1980 and didn't stay and said I would never come back until somebody asked me to come back. And then people started asking me to come back. Larry, you asked me to come back.
They were asking you to leave Buffalo.
That was it too.
That was the impetus.
The funny thing is it was actually warmer in Buffalo all week than it was here. You know, the only snow in America is in the Sierras, so it's kind of interesting.
I was trapped in a snowstorm. In the Sierras one time. I swear to God. And all I could think of was the Donner Party being trapped, you know, because they were trapped there and they had to resort to cannibalism. Yeah. And I was behind one of those minivans that had the little stick figure cartoon representation of every member of the family. And as we were stopped in this blizzard, I was deciding which member of the family in the minivan in front of me I would eat first.
Which one was it?
Well, the funny thing was that the name on the name on the family was the Swansons. I thought, here I am stuck in the Sierras, and if I have to make it, I could survive on Swanson frozen dinners until spring. It's true. It really happened. I thought I would go with the dog first, but then they might actually rise up against. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You actually go for who goes first.
You didn't hear that little one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, don't let him get too close to her.
There. See, we would never eat you.
Yeah, that's Ari.
No. If you were a much bigger breed, that would be different.
Yes.
Look at that face.
He has a face only TV can love.
He's a good one, too. And a great personality.
They were bred for personality. You know, we want to look for a dog that was not going to be an A dog. You know, like the top dog. We wanted somebody who would follow the other dogs. And he was one of them.
Yeah, he's
not one of the smartest guys around, but he's my dog, and that's what really matters.
So we veered off of voiceover into cannibalism and dog talk.
Dog talk and eating. Oh, don't talk about eating dogs, Lord.
No. Sorry.
Yes, that would be bad.
He's a good one.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, David H. Lawrence XVII is here, and we want to do a commercial for him. So maybe if he comes over here and changes places with John, and then he can actually do his own commercial.
Yay!
That'd be awesome.
I was just
Fantastic.
using the rehearsal app the other day.
Should we do a bumper and come back?
Of course.
Well, he'll be right here. He's just stepping into the picture right this second. For the second time in 5 months.
Gratefully.
There he is.
Wow. David H. Lawrence XVII, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay!
The stage is yours.
Well, I wanted to give you a birthday present.
Yay.
Oh, I said no gifts. Only
did?
your presents.
Did you really say that? I thought the presents was misspelled.
I get it.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, thank you.
Well, no, take it out.
Okay,
show people what it is.
What do we got here? We have an Insignia portable hard drive case. Ooh.
Spared no expense
I can
whatsoever.
see that.
There's another one in there.
Oh, there's two.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were on sale.
There's two. And there's a couple of other things in there
What
too.
else we have? We have an actual hard drive. These things are a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah. What I love is I got the extra expensive ones that have the video display on the actual package. Put it back up there. You'll see. See the video display where it shows Hollywood in there?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's
And there's
awesome.
there's actually two of them in there.
Jeez,
And the reason
why did you give me two?
Here's why. It's a piece of advice that I give to my clients, and I'm sure
Back
you
up
know
everything.
Well, not only back up everything, but plan your backups not for disaster,
right,
but for recovery.
Yes, absolutely.
So if your computer is sitting in your studio and you have a backup device near it,
yes,
and a flood occurs, or a fire occurs, or a brownout occurs and kills your electronics, it most likely, as happened to me on New Year's Eve at around midnight, 2002, it might take both things out at once. So the reason I gave you two hard drives is I want you to do backups on both, but I want you to rotate them out. Keep one in your car.
Okay.
Or keep one away from the studio or somewhere away from your regular backup so that in case something happens to both devices, you get a new computer, you can instantly, you use a Mac, so you can use Time Machine and jump right back into play. So
cool.
So that's why, and this is like, I was working on 4 projects that New Year's Eve when all my data was erased. On my main machine and on the backup. So it was like I was sitting there going, what did I do? What could I have possibly done that was so bad that you did this? Because I didn't blame, where was I? Washington, D.C. I didn't blame Pepco or whatever it's called there. I blamed, some, God somewhere.
Yeah.
So
somewhere.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, David.
It's really important.
George has a question.
Speaking of voices from God, do you prefer the Time Machine backup or do you prefer to do a clone? Like
Time Machine
periodic
backup.
Clone.
Time Machine backup actually is a clone because you can restore from the Time Machine backup directly. And it's happened to me twice since then, so the whole system's been proven to actually work, which is nice because you don't really know. I mean, I actually said, okay, I'm going to do a backup before I start using this computer, and then I'm going to destroy what's on the hard drive and restore from the backup to see if it actually works. It works perfectly, down to the fonts that you've installed, down to the different preferences that you've set in various apps. The only thing it doesn't do is anything that's based on the install of the software, and that's usually like passwords and codes that you might have.
You should probably just write those down anyway.
Yeah, and put them on.
For those of you who don't write down your passcodes,
and put them on Post-it notes, and just put them right on your computer because
and on your front door.
And that's always a good thing to do, don't you think?
Yes.
For some people, I've actually done clones using Carbon Copy Cloner.
Sure.
And the one advantage that it has, if there is any one, is that if your machine goes down, you can plug that clone drive in with USB, and you can boot and go back to work directly from the clone.
Got it.
That is if you want to have absolutely no downtime at all. But I do find that it's very slow to run a machine off that USB
Absolutely.
port. So that's like for people who have no patience and just have to get back to work.
Yeah.
Time Machine seems to work the best for almost just about every normal user.
Yeah, I became really sort of paranoid about having. I actually have an exact duplicate of my new MacBook sitting in the box, in my bedroom as opposed to in the studio, should there be a fire in the studio, so that I can instantly not even go to the Apple store and get a new machine, but have the actual machine I'd been using all along and set up. Now, I guess I could just, clone do a backup every so often right onto the machine and be ready to go right away. But that's where I am now in my neuroses.
Right.
Cool.
Different
Roxanne
stages
Coyne
of
has a
neurosis.
question.
I have a question. Do you have any advice for backing up for PC people?
I got nothing.
Thank you. That's all for tonight, everybody. Have a good night.
I couldn't care less about PC people and their backup issues.
On board.
No,
George does.
Windows has a built-in backup utility that they got rid of on Windows 8, and then they brought it back for Windows 10.
What's it called, George? Windows Backup?
It's called Backup. I think.
Backup. Okay.
Yeah.
What a concept.
So I would do that. Okay. But you always want to make sure that one of the very first things I ever did ebook-wise and training-wise online was 10 quick steps to perfect backups. And I researched it until I was blue in the face. I was working at America Online at the time, and I asked people there what they do with the mainframes, and I sort of adjusted everything. People in those days were doing incremental backups, and they were doing them on floppy disks. And, in the end, they would have an image that they could then reassemble from the trays of floppy disks that they had. And then snapshots became popular, and then, clones became popular. And now Time Machine is essentially back to, everything old is new again. It's back to a iterative incremental backup.
Yeah. You worked at AOL?
I did.
You're the guy that wouldn't let me cancel my subscription.
No,
for like
I trained.
2 years?
No, I trained the guys
who
wouldn't let you cancel your subscription.
Yeah.
And I also trained that guy at Comcast that you hear all the time on the web, not letting the guy.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I just like to cancel. How come, sir? We always say ask questions. I didn't do any of that actually. I was the first voice, other than Elwood Edwards, ever heard on America Online. I was the guy that did the very first newscast.
Right. But he goes, "You've got mail."
Yeah. Do you know what he does for a living?
I have no idea.
He's a tape operator at Channel 3 in Cleveland.
Wow.
He used to be the production manager at Channel 50 in D.C., which is how he got that gig. His wife was working for what was then called Quantum Computers, and they, before AOL was AOL, it was Apple Inc. Personal Edition, and before that, it was called Quantum, and it connected Commodore 64 computers together so they could play games. And they realized that they could send little tiny pieces of audio between, have them stored on people's hard drives. And so she goes, yeah, we need somebody to say goodbye, you've got mail, file's done, and welcome. Can you do that for us? And so he did it, and he did it on 3/4-inch videotape. And he had to bring the deck to AOL's offices to play it into the computer. And you can still hear the 19 kilohertz pilot tone stop and start at the beginning of Goodbye.wave. And is this too much information?
Yeah.
I love it.
I was about
I'm
to hit the
geeking out over
TMI
here.
button here, but
I'm just asking.
Anyway, you get the honor, since you've actually written these. If you can follow the teleprompter, you can actually read your own spot.
Oh.
Which will start in 3, 2, 1.
The VO2Go Voiceover curriculum. Can I just
Go for it.
We're starting a new. We start over every January with the curriculum. 36 classes, 3 a month for the year, and the first classes are mastering microphone technique, mastering home equipment, and then auditioning with Audacity, because we want you to have those skills throughout the entire year, and then we build on those. And we're running a couple of cyber specials that, I was inspired by VOBS to do, and you can get 20% off of the entire year, or you can get free home equipment, the actual home equipment that we specify in the home equipment class to get started. So that's really cool. And you can get all the details at vo2gogo.com.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, are these online classes or are these actual physical classes?
It's both. Actually, we teach in Los Angeles. We started last year in January in Miami, so we teach in Miami, and now Orlando. And then we also are starting this January in Nashville. I was just in Nashville doing some getting started classes to get people.
Good group in Nashville.
Yeah. And in every city I go to, there's always somebody there who's been there forever. And Joe Lesh is the guy in Nashville, and he's just such a great guy, and he was so great about it. J. Rodney Turner, who's our instructor there, had lunch with him and said, "Hey, we're doing this," and he's like, "That's great." So, but then there's also online classes to answer your question, and they're live. I do them via GoToWebinar, and the advantage to those is that the people that are in those classes, and last time we had 48 people in the class, they're all working in their own home studios all around the world,
right?
And they can instantly apply what they're learning in class to their situation rather than just getting up on mic in class with my stuff.
Right.
They're sitting there with their stuff, and they can do the work and see how it works and all that sort of thing right there in class. And so, yeah.
Are you grading them?
No.
Okay.
No, but I'm adjusting them until I get what I want, which can take some time.
Right. So you're directing them and getting them to...
Absolutely. It's just as if you were in a session and you were being adjusted by a producer.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
vo2gogo.com.
That's right.
Hey, I got a question from announcer Doug in Miami.
Doug in Florida?
Wants to know who's teaching for
I
VO2GoGo in Miami.
still have some of your lemonade in my refrigerator, Doug, from 8 years ago. I'm not kidding. I moved with it. I'm not letting it go. What's his question?
Who's teaching in Miami for VO2GoGo?
Oh, Karen Eileen Gordon, who, if you ever watched the Starz series Magic City, which was a great series. Starz has some great series. She was the secretary to the guy that owned the hotel. And she and I are repped by the same voiceover agent. And she is awesome. She's a Harvard grad and a former crew coxswain. And she's just amazing.
Stroke.
Yeah, exactly. We don't do that when talking about women.
No.
Okay?
Okay.
We avoid... You read the sexual harassment brochure, did you not?
Very sorry.
The VOBS sexual harassment brochure?
I actually
Did you write it?
I voiced the video.
Did you voice the audio? Oh, the video.
For the actual employee
Do you have an audiobook version of the VOBS sexual harassment pamphlet?
Yes.
We need one.
It's done in a very deep voice.
Nice. Fantastic. So is that answers? I didn't think of Mr. Turkle because I was presented with the opportunity but I would have. I mean,
Doug says she's fabulous. Love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Problem solved.
You know what I love is that we have people teaching this stuff who are also on-camera actors, because the big crossover, I think, is the idea of storytelling. Storytelling is the core of everything, and when you have that ability, across the board. I mean, we actually have one class called Mutual Muscles, which is all about getting rid of this notion that voiceover is some crazy, arcane, awful, impenetrable area of performance that is totally different from everything. There's some technical differences, how to work a mic versus how to work a camera, but the idea that storytelling is the... Look, George is just eating. Nodding to what David is saying. Fine, George. I also know you're in control of the switcher, so I can tell when you've added some comedic input to the proceedings. Oh, the mint juleps taste good this time of year, don't they? Yes, they do.
Especially in Virginia.
Yeah. I didn't know you were a VT guy.
I am, man.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know.
Alrighty. So what have you last time you were here, you said you were working on a couple of series and stuff. What you up to?
Again, nothing that I can talk about unless I want to violate all the NDAs. But actually, one I can talk about. I'll be in the new American Crime Story, which is I think debuts on February 2nd.
Okay.
And, that was fun to work on. Ryan Murphy was the director of that episode, and Ryan Murphy is just a stitch. He's his own category of awesome. So got that going on. Just finished up a book that's just, how many of you got any sort of notice from ACX or Audible over the holidays that your book was released? Mine I got yesterday, along with the codes. So, that's kind of cool. But the big thing that I've been working on is the new version of Rehearsal. And Rehearsal Pro is going to be out, we're hoping, the end of February. That's what we're aiming at. We're about to go into beta with the people that sponsored and supported us on the Indiegogo campaign. A bunch of beta people and a bunch of stars who use it already. And we're going to be... Thank you, George.
Hey, one of my clients today, the client I was just working with, Joe Duquette, said that he learned about it on our show and he loves using Rehearsal.
That's fantastic. I love that.
You'll be signing up for another 6 months?
classically trained actor, and he's playing Stalin in a production in Washington, D.C. next month.
So it's on stage then, yeah?
Yeah.
I wish I could get Rehearsal Pro into his hands because we've got a whole new section of Rehearsal. But before, it was all about television and film. But we found that a lot of people were using it for stage work. They were scanning in their plays. And, usually when you get a scanned version of the play, you get the double truck, the page, side-by-side pages. And Rehearsal works best with single-page continuous. So what we've added is a whole preparatory process if you have that as your initial script where you can have the 2 pages side by side and then you can cut them and put them together in a stream that works better with Rehearsal. You can also tint your pages if you're getting updates. If you're on set and you're getting like the goldenrod revision, you can tint them, and you can also crop your pages so that you don't have all of this white space around them that you usually have with a little booklet that's been scanned in. So there's that, and there's a bunch, everything that anybody wanted that made the top 25 upgrades, we've managed to cover, and we're very excited about it. And there's a new piece of the app that's going to allow you as an actor to offer your services as a reader to other users of Rehearsal.
Oh.
So if I wanted to do, say, for example, a scene with Rebecca. Yeah, I can't see because the lights are so bright. I could say if you were my scene partner, I certainly could say your lines and they would be usable. But what if you did it and charged me like $10 a page, and I got this beautifully constructed, ready to go, rehearsal scene, all said and done? Or for the other thing we're going to do is not by page, but we're going to let people donate to the SAG fund, the SAG-AFTRA fund. So you can offer your services.
Because whenever when I'm memorizing lines that are in a scene or in a play, I'm reading the other person's lines. Like, I always record it in 2 different ways. One's with mine, then I get someone to do both of them, but then I have to do the other person's by myself.
Sure.
And it just seems so weird. I'm like doing a scene with myself. I would love to have someone else just...
Yeah, so we're going to offer that. We're hopefully going to launch with that process. But we want it to be right. We want it to be really good like Rehearsal has been. So, yeah.
I'm still trying to learn lines from the last show I was in 8 months ago.
Yeah, well, you keep up on that.
I know.
You do that.
Yeah, it made for a very interesting production.
Hey,
Anyway,
I'll ask a question that Joe had.
Go for it.
Because his concern is when the Rehearsal Pro comes out, will it just magically replace the old one? So he has to learn a new thing?
No.
Or there'll be a second app that won't replace the old one?
So we're making it a superset of Rehearsal as it's been. So whatever you know about Rehearsal that you've done in the past, you'll be able to do with the new app. It'll just have about 3 times as many options as it has had for the last 5 years. So no, but it will cost another $20 whole. Because we haven't asked for an upgrade for 5 years. There's been all the maintenance upgrades have been free. So this is the first time that we've actually asked for money. And I will tell you that I put in over $150,000 of my own money to develop this new version. So it's not cheap to do iOS development.
No, it is not.
No, especially doing it well.
We've heard that from others as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate the effort you're putting into that.
Thank you.
It's a great tool for,
very excited
for learning this stuff. David, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
you so much for being a sponsor of the show too.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a bit. It helps us. all this stuff that we do, we couldn't do without our sponsors.
Well, that's good. I appreciate it. And I think you guys, especially George, is... I mean, I care about you, Dan.
I know.
But I really care about George and his inability to get rid of the whole college thing. So I'm hoping that some of the money might be spent on some really good therapy that he has there. But I remember when George and I would go to SAG-AFTRA and do sessions for the SAG-AFTRA members on equipment. Did you eventually just sort of settle with yourself that I was gonna say that everything you said was BS?
Well, I wish you were wearing that shirt at the time. But,
I make stuff up. Right, exactly. Yeah.
No, I knew we would have a little bit of a tete-a-tete or whatever they say, about that. But it was, people got to hear my, overly complex explanation. You got to come in and simplify it. And at the end of it, hopefully they kind of saw that, there's a lot of information out there, but don't let it all overwhelm you.
Absolutely.
Because, you want it, the acting is always what comes first, right?
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate being a part of the show.
Oh, our pleasure. Yeah. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
All right.
Now, go anywhere, Woody. Oh, what? Go ahead.
No.
You said don't go anywhere?
Don't go anywhere. I mean, I have to get the next guest out. But don't leave. We still have food coming.
Oh, food.
Yes. You all came out here at 6 o'clock.
I shouldn't have gone to Hugo's before I came here.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm sure you'll find some room in there somewhere. Anyway, we'll be right back. Fire another spot up there, George. We'll be right back here on VoiceOver Body Shop with lots more stuff. Don't go away. Yeah.
VO Studio Tech. Recording made simple.
Hi, I'm Peter McHugh.
This is Jim Tasker from Los Angeles, California.
Hi, this is Bill Ratner in Los Angeles.
Hi, this is Scott Rummel here in Yorba Linda, California.
Hi, my name is Rick Wasserman.
Hi, this is Tom Kane.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Marshall.
Hi, my name is Zurich.
Hi, I'm Mary McKittrick.
Randy Thomas chiming in.
Hi, this is Joe Szymanski.
Hey, this is Rick Robles.
Hi, my name is John Patrick Armstrong.
I was turned on to George by none other than Don LaFontaine, who always swore by his health.
George is absolutely awesome.
ISDN, Source Connect, Phone Patch, FTP, you name it, George has set it up.
It's really the best thing I've ever done for myself. I feel free, safe, fearless, like anything is possible in here.
Unless you like to look for opportunities to waste time, call George.
And he did all of that, long distance over the phone and the internet.
I'm very happy with George, and I cherish him.
Thanks, George. You make it easy.
Learning never ends.
You continue to grow.
Edge Studio has grown. Pursue multiple disciplines in tandem and grow your career. We've added new courses in a new curriculum.
We picked the best coaches from the community of working voice actors.
A new technology division, engineering and consulting, led by George Whittam.
Follow your dream.
Sign up for advanced learning or register for an introduction to voice acting or foundation studies program.
See it all now
at thenewedgestudio.com.
VoiceOver Body Shop. Learn the latest in voiceover technology. Learn how to get rid of that. VoiceOver Body Shop, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, on VOBS.us.
Yeah. All righty. I think I'm going to move the camera over just a little bit so we can get everybody into this shot. All right. All right.
Nice.
All right. It's a party in Virginia. Anyway, I'd like to welcome two of my good friends here who have so graciously welcomed me to Hollywoodland.
Absolutely welcome.
Tim Friedlander, Jay Preston. Now, you guys have a really interesting group called the Gardner Street Studio and, of course, the VoiceOver Collective.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Put together, it's the Gardner Collective.
Oh,
I knew it was just crazy how that stuff works.
That's why I couldn't find it all on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
well, it started. Jay and I both have had separate groups for the last couple of years in LA of meetup groups and workout groups, and I started mine about a year and a half ago out of my studio and Jay I met through
I brought you in mine. So.
Yeah, we came in.
I started mine 4 years ago, and it was just
I'm late to the game.
Yeah. And mine was it was a private thing. It was just me and some voiceover people I knew, and then it's been growing kind of crazy now, and more and more people know about it. So anyway, he does this great thing where he helps people come in and who are just starting and really gets them going. And I thought it'd be nice to combine my group with your group and do this workout every week. So we've been started that up. It's been going pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great.
One of the cheapest ways to get in front of casting directors and agents, because they're only in there for an hour. So you get to work out like you always do, and then you get to actually meet somebody for a quick hour.
Right.
And it's only $30. So
yeah. I've done it a couple of times. Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Great director there last time. Dave Welch, who was
Dave Welch. Yeah,
he was really good, and just reminded you, it's how do you relate to it? Just very simple little things that we tried, and it made a huge difference. And there were some great talented people there that were at that particular meet. So and you do that every Thursday night. And
I do. Yeah, I do on Thursday. I do like kind of a more of an introduction. Group, and then on Wednesdays, Jay and I combine.
We do the one. It's the first and fourth week of the month is a normal workout, and the second week is based on improv. So we'll improv commercial reads and animation and video games. And the third week is our guest director week, and then all of March this year every week will be a guest director.
March Madness guest directors.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
outstanding.
Great. So
fun.
Yeah. Now, tell us a little bit more about the Voiceover Collective, because of course our audience is all across the Fruited Plain and various other places. What's the Voiceover Collective, and how can they get involved with that?
Well, the Voiceover Collective is the reason I call it a collective is because it has agents and directors and it has everybody in it. It's a collective, and it's a place where agents can be, or casting directors could be, or something like that, or people who are high up or AAA talent can be, and not get hounded by the people who want work and want to know them and all that stuff. It's kind of a safe place. So that's why it's private. And then I've had to only bring in about 10 a month now, because if it gets too much, it gets out of hand, and I'm only one person controlling it and trying to make a career. So it's been, I don't want to stop it from growing because I really like what it's happening. But if you want to be involved, you can just email me at j@jpreston.com, and then I can keep you in the loop of what's going on and put you on the very long list of people who want to be a part of the collective. And I have people all over the world too. I have people in Europe, and we have people in Australia and stuff like that. So it's a place where you can, if you happen to be in that town, you don't know where anything is, you can just contact the collective and you just make a little post, and then somebody will always help you out within like 10 minutes. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. And I have an important question. Do you have to wear a hat? Because
you would have to. Just you.
Everyone who wears a hat is in. They get to the top of the list.
Pretty much in automatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's one of the great things I have found about being out here in California is things that you can have like virtual meetup groups, and back in Buffalo we had Heard Around Buffalo, which was one of my great names, and I thought was fabulous. But here in Hollywood, a lot more people doing it, and there are a lot of groups. But this is a classy outfit, and it's great that people can have a place where they can go and do this type of stuff and network, which of course is possibly the most important thing you can do in this town.
And can I say this one thing too, is because some people just want to be a part of a group like that. Create your own.
Yeah.
Because another thing about being a collective is I have the heads of a lot of groups in my group. So if you create a group and you're the head of it, you can obviously be in my group, and then we will communicate and we'll do our monthly meetups, and your group can come with my group and stuff like that. And it's not about like exclusivity. It's just about being a part of it all. Like there's a lot of little sects in LA especially, but they've always been on their own. But now through my group, it's like they're not competing anymore, which is kind of really nice.
Yeah. Fabulous. Well, guys, thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks for being at the party. It's just getting started. Who else was it? We got all these people here tonight I want to talk to.
Let's talk to everybody.
That's right. Well, we will talk to everybody. We'll just get them up here one at a time. Roxanne, get up here. Roxanne Hernandez Coyne, get yourself up here.
Dan, happy birthday.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Thank you. This is great. I've never been here before. It's cool.
I wanted people to see the studio.
I
and see
like
that it's not just a garage.
I'm getting some ideas.
It's not. Yeah, I know. Well, you've got the space out there, but now you do. you're doing audiobooks, but you do a lot of other stuff as well. Right?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I do a mix, a really fairly balanced mix between audiobooks, corporate narration, telephony work, and commercials.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 25% of each.
Yeah.
The audiobooks seem to be growing, though, this year. They seem to be kind of coming my way a little more often, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, how do you record? Do you have a big sophisticated studio?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a place for clients and all that. No, I have a very, very modest studio, and I'm dying to improve it some ways, and been talking a lot. I'm recording in our bedroom closet, and I've been working in there for how many years now, baby?
Way too many, man. It's hard to
Like, I've been in the closet for 10 years.
Well, it's time to get you out of there.
I'm out of the closet. I'm out of the closet.
That's what Dan Friedman said. He was visiting a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, well, he's coming over. I'm going to have him do a little consult with me. And he walked in. He takes one look. He goes, Roxanne, get out of the closet. It was the shortest consult, but yeah. But I think he was right. So I'm thinking maybe the garage is the place to go. I have to work on my.
Yeah, it's good to see. Get out of the house. No toilet flushing. No spouses yelling. No kids yelling.
This is true.
All that kind of stuff. No neighbors yelling. Well, you can sort of hear the neighbors, but you can yell back at them from the garage.
Yeah.
And so that's good. Yeah, but there are a lot of people doing very well in our business next to their pants and shirts and blouses and various other things.
Yeah.
Because it makes great sound diffusal material.
It's been great, and it's cost next to nothing to put that together.
That's right.
It's wonderful. JS Gilbert helped me out a little while ago. I was trying to figure out how to manage the computer. I started with a cord running 20 feet through the house and just with a microphone in the closet. Grew out of that. Now I have a laptop computer outside in the bedroom, and there's a hole. We made a little hole in the wall, and I just ran the cables through there. I stuffed it with some soundproofing foam, acoustic foam, and the stuff that's in the closet and a little bit of acoustic treatment. Put a monitor in there. It's not bad. I mean, it fits. It's fine. It's not uncomfortable. It's fine. But I'm finding that I'm having some noise issues now. I really soundproofing. I don't know what changed. I really think it was the wind.
Did you send something to the cleaners?
No, really. In the fall, everything was fine. I've done a bunch of books in there. It's never been a problem. All of a sudden, in the fall, the Santa Ana wind started blowing. I don't know what happened, but the wind changed direction, and now I hear every plane that goes overhead.
No, they changed the landing patterns over at the airport.
Because of
the runway.
Gas.
Yeah, yes, up at Porter Ranch. See, these are all local issues, folks. But
it's terrible. I mean, I can't record in there anymore. Forget about doing a book. There's no way.
Well, you're welcome to come over here.
Thank you.
Move to Porter Ranch. They have no planes to go in.
Yes, and no people.
No oxygen either.
This thing at Porter Ranch. I mean, it's like you watch the infrared visuals of this, and it's like this huge cloud of methane just drifting over the north part of the valley here. It's kind of wild.
But is it really true? Did they really change something?
Yeah.
Seriously?
They're fixing a runway over at LAX.
It's a no-fly zone there, too, so they have to rewrite.
Oh, man. Well, at least that explains some things.
See the things you learn on this show?
Had no idea.
I didn't know anything about that.
See? Thought you were just coming to a party, and the entire thing is just completely explained to you. And you get to be on TV, which is the most important thing. Well, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Oh, we've been wanting to get you over here for some time, and
finally.
Now you're here. Now you can actually finally.
You came out of the closet.
I did. Right. I came out of the closet, and I was going to make a TV appearance too.
All righty. All right. Well, what time is it? We don't want to drag this out too long, but
let's do one more break.
Yeah, let's take a commercial break, and we'll get a few more people on here, and then we'll go party.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back here on Voiceover Body Shop.
Yay.
Are you confused about how to set up and maintain a professional quality voiceover studio? No wonder. The information out there is mostly mythology. This is the best microphone to use. You have to have a preamp. You need a soundproof booth. This software is the best. Your audio must be broadcast quality. Consult with someone who knows the truth. Someone who's been there, in the trenches, doing voiceover for over 30 years. Someone with unparalleled experience with voiceover studios, who's worked with hundreds of voice actors and designed hundreds of personal studios. He knows how to teach and cares about your success. In one of the harshest environments known to voiceover, your home. Dan Leonard, the Home Studio Master. Separate myth from fact and get a handle on your personal voiceover studio. Contact the Home Studio Master at homevoiceoverstudio.com. Drop off a specimen of your dry audio for a free analysis.
Learn the latest in voiceover technology.
Business.
That good old-fashioned acting. Hey, Paul, I really like your suit. Where did you get it? It looks good on you. This is VOBS.
We're back.
My goodness. You're about 40 pounds heavier in that one. All that working off the bees, that helped out.
That was at WOFO, right?
Okay, it was. I missed that one. Anyway, Larry Hudson, get your tuchus up here.
Dr. Dan.
All right, nice to see you.
Nice to see you, my
This
friend.
is the
bald-headed boys.
Yes. Remember, bald guys never have a bad hair day.
That's right. And I don't spend anything on products.
Nothing. Absolutely. And it's, it's easier to dry your hair and
no muss, no fuss.
No fuss and no muss. And
That's right.
It's, or any mousse. That's right. Anyway. So
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my head.
Well, that trick never works. We need June Foray here for that.
That's true.
I know, everybody does that line with June. And
Like she's never heard it.
Probably 10 million times. Anyway, so what you up to these days?
It's been an interesting year.
Tell us about, what was your 2015?
My 2015 really was about upping my craft.
Okay.
Been studying with David Lyerly, and that's been world rocking, and it's been really good. Like I feel like I'm moving into 2016 with a whole new set of arsenal, new set of guns.
Good.
And it's so funny. I knew Friedman was doing his street workouts. I didn't know it was. I have to talk to these guys because I started workouts 5 years ago on Skype called WOW or VO Heaven Workouts. And we started with about 6 people, and we're at about 60 right now.
Outstanding.
So we do 3 workouts a week on Skype, have different, 5 groups, 6 groups working out simultaneously.
So they can be anywhere.
We have people in Peru, France, all over Canada, all over the United States, Italy. It's pretty awesome.
Do you use a universal translator or something from Star Trek?
Everybody speaks English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'll find that wherever you go, yeah.
So anyway, that's been, the WOW workouts are, they're sort of like, they just really keep me connected, to everything. And I work out 3 times a week. So I'm getting my work in besides all the auditions and work that I do, just VO-wise. And then I have another upcoming, this will be my 5th one. I do a series of a 5-week Audacity course where there is coursework that people do every week. They upload it to a Dropbox. I review it. I give them comments. If I think they need to redo it, I tell them how to redo it. I've been doing Audacity webinars for, 4 or 5 years, even when I really knew nothing. I just knew what I knew. And I said, here, you want to know what I know? This is what I know. And what I realized is that these people, me included, could not assimilate what there is to learn in an hour and a half or 2 hours.
Well, certainly not with a program like that, where there's just so many different things going on.
And so anyway, this will be my 4th one. Excuse me, this will be my 4th one, and usually we have about 25 to 30 people in the course because otherwise it gets a little big and it's a lot of homework to listen to.
Yeah,
I feel like teacher, and they have full access to me during the 5 weeks of the course to work out problems on Skype. And that's been really awesome. And people, man, the I really have taken people from not knowing anything, or they had been working with Audacity for a long time, and now they go, wow, I never knew it could do that, or that. And, most of the settings I got from either you or George. So I'm just passing along the good info, But
we throw it out there.
That's right. So, and one of the things that I really realized that is really hard to distinguish when you're new in this business, as far as learning the technical side, there's really two sides to it. There is, what does it mean to record and edit? How do I record and edit? And then how do I do it on this particular piece of software?
Right.
And what I realize is that's where the great divide is. People don't know what to do. So all this stuff that I teach them to do on a particular piece of software means nothing to them unless they understand what it is they're doing and why.
Right.
And then they just use the software to make it happen.
Editing theory is like that. If you learned how to do it with, a reel-to-reel and a grease pencil and a razor blade,
right,
you understand the basic concept.
Right.
And when it really gets down to it, all software is the same. I mean, they might have
different features,
different menu stuff and stuff like that, but it's all highlight, cut, paste, all those sorts of things. It's using Word. Only with audio files.
Exactly.
It's just everyone has a slightly different interface and stuff.
Right.
So
and what I've it's always the conversation. Well, should I be using this? Should I be using Audacity? Should I be using Audition? Should I be using Twisted Wave? It's like, listen, they all have things that they do better than another. Listen, I use Audition.
Good.
Which we got to talk about our multi-track thing.
That's right.
But what's so interesting is like squeezing. Squeezing time. Whenever I do it on Audition, it sounds terrible. So I export it and put it in Audacity and squeeze it by a half a second or a second or whatever it is for illegal. It's like, wow, sounds great.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand why, but hey, you just use the tools that you have.
This is like Steve Allen here. The door opens and who's
coming in?
Mark Cashman!
Come in, Mark. Come in and say hello.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, what is this?
Wow, I didn't expect everybody to be here.
Yes.
The whole week.
Yes, and we all have to stay in here for the next 5 hours. So
Come in closer. Come in closer.
Yeah.
This is perfect because there's one other thing I'm doing.
What's that?
I guess you could call me the producer of Mr. Cashman's online 5-week class.
Yes, and I've actually been on. I was the first.
You were the first
15 minutes with
the
a pro.
Yes,
That's right.
We call it Meet the Pro because we never do 15. It never keeps to 15.
No, it was originally 15 minutes with a pro.
And it tended to run a little bit longer than that. But yeah.
Anyway. So Mark's getting ready to start his second online class, which is basically his in-studio class that we brought online. I technically told him this is all we got to do and let's do it. And we do it via Zoom and it works flawlessly and it starts January 10th.
January 10th and
Sunday. Be there!
Larry's the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
He's the guy behind the scenes. Yeah.
Just pay no attention to him, though.
Pay no attention to me.
Anyway, how's your book doing, Mark?
It's doing It's doing okay. It is definitely doing okay. Yeah,
It's a great book. Great, fun book.
Yeah, no,
Really
I've just had wonderful feedback. And you're
Here,
39? 39 today?
39, give or take 20 years, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Wow. I
Happen
didn't
to
expect to be in the hot seat. Just walk in and just...
I hear glass.
Yes.
Okay, we'll save that for a little bit later.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. And George helped me make the choice there.
Oh, very good. George, say hello.
Hey, George.
Hey, George.
How you doing, George?
George is already partying.
Already?
Look, it's a lot later there.
Yeah.
Where did you get that hat, George?
Mary Kelly just stuck it on my head.
Where'd you get that hat?
He's at another party.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's party night. It's a Monday, but it's the holidays.
This is great. This is great. And I like that green screen. Or
Doesn't that
blue
work great?
screen or
No,
something
they're actually
screen.
in front of the Hollywood sign, Mark.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're actually
green,
standing
yes,
on the roof at
the
Griffith Observatory.
I'm kidding. Vertigo.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Or we're standing in the middle of the Hollywood Reservoir or something along those lines.
Good.
Anyway, so what you been up to?
About 2 quarts a day.
Dum-dum.
Thank you very much. But no, just
I'll be here all week.
actually enjoying a few days off, which is nice.
Good.
So it's really the only time of the year where you get a few days off,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
And so I'm taking advantage of it.
Had any snow up in the mountains yet?
We had, it was ice, a little bit of ice.
Yeah.
In the gutters and the things, but
Say
no.
that with such pride.
Yes, I know. 3 years ago, we had snow. We had actually 3 inches of snow.
Ooh.
Was it 3 years ago? No, more like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it was,
we
it was
were having
great.
a drought 3 years ago.
It was
I think.
but it was great. I actually, the kids, people went outside and they'd never seen snow before, so they were like turkeys, and they go, oh, you know, and I actually taught the kids in the neighborhood how to make a snowman. They had no idea what, and it's. But if you're from back east, then
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now, when we met, of course, the joke was, where did
Yes.
you go to school?
That's right. Buffalo.
I went to Buff State, and you said?
Yeah.
You went
University of Buffalo. Yeah, SUNY
Right.
Buffalo. And,
Right.
and yeah, so I know cold. Dan knows cold.
Yes.
And that's why Dan moved out here last year. I moved out here 30 some odd years ago. And yeah. So he's finally LA resident. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Finally, after all these years, you made it. You made it.
I was able to wear shorts until November. You know, and I thought I would never have to wear long pants and socks again. But
It's right, it'll go away fast.
I noticed that when there was frost on the grapefruits this morning. So
TMI.
well, you see, I told my wife there's frost on the pumpkin. She's like, what?
You went there. You actually went there. That's it.
Second time tonight, actually.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, have we gotten any questions in the chat room at all from anybody?
They're just
No, in fact, Anthony went offline. He had to go. So we're gonna run.
They had an ice storm there up in Kalamazoo today, so it was.
Okay.
You know. See, I know all these things. Denise Chamberlain has a question. Get the audience cam on there, George.
All right, Denise Chamberlain. Yay, we love Denise.
So bad.
I do this before I teach over at Cal Arts, and so just a month before I'm ready to do this is my Cal Arts.
Your hip factor.
This is my Cal Arts hip factor right there. What do you think?
Hey,
Does it
man.
work?
I got a
can't do
flavor
this.
saver too,
You can do
buddy.
that.
Check
That
it
was
out.
George. It's great.
He got rid of his.
You can pull yours off.
My
Beautiful.
girlfriend threatened me if I ever did.
Did you really?
Like,
Did
that's
she?
it, we're
Okay.
done.
Well, now you know what to do in
Soul
case.
patch, in case I want to.
See, now with the three of us here, this looks like a mug I have. Mustaches, soul patch, and goatee. It's like
If you put them all together, you'll have them like Mr. Potato Head or something like that.
Mo.
And Jack. But you see, I can't grow a mustache like Dan's, and I can't do your thing here. So this is about it.
But it's good. It's thick.
Nice
because
it's
it's minuscule. That's why. So,
You and me
so
both, Mark. You and me both, buddy.
It's like an accessory.
Size doesnn't matter. It's quality, not quantity, right? Yes, thank you. No TMI.
this will forever be known as the
It is after 10
TMI
o'clock,
episode
so we can get away with almost
Voiceover Body Shop. Yes. Anyway, how many people we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 16 people in here.
That's a record.
No wonder it's so warm in here.
I know. We can open the door. It's actually better than the air conditioning.
You could probably.
Yeah.
Take you off the shower.
Yeah.
I love that hat. Only you can pull that on.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, I don't know
Anyway.
anybody else with that hat.
Well, so great to see you. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There's a party to follow this.
That's
This
right.
isn't a party already.
That's right.
Anyway, but thanks for being out here.
Thank
I got to
you.
get Rebecca Davis on here because
Yes.
it's important that she photobombed this particular
Absolutely. Let's
this
give her a
particular
hand. Come on
episode.
over,
Rebecca Davis.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Are you leaving?
No,
Oh, I thought you were just saying. I was like, no.
He's just leaving the chair.
Oh God, I'm too short for these things.
Oh, okay. You open the door and the air conditioning just rushes in here. It's like so natural. I know.
Somebody pan the camera left a little bit.
I have
please.
to pan the camera a little bit to the left.
Beautiful.
How's that?
There we go.
Lovely.
Perfectly centered.
How's it going
Look at her
It's
now.
doing
Look at how beautifully centered she is.
How was your 2015?
You know what? 2015 was good.
Tell me about
This
it.
is my best year yet. I'm really happy about it. I set some goals.
Yeah.
I met all but one of them, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, met all but one of them. Had a lot of really good firsts this year in my career. And I got no complaints. Yeah. Expanding out a lot more in animation and video games, which is where my heart is, which is what I want to be doing more of. So next year it's just going to be even better. Knock on wood.
Is everybody taking notes? That's great. What specifically have you been working on that you don't have an NDA for? Apparently nothing.
Next year in the spring, I can talk about a lot of things. Oh, but I did just work on another promo trailer for The Forest, about the suicide forest in Tokyo. So listen up, you might hear me in that coming up soon. So that's exciting. I can share that. But a lot of the other stuff I can't say yet. I always feel like such a schmuck when I have to say that. I always feel like a schmuck, but that's how everything is now. You're not allowed to talk about it, or even your auditions. I see so many people talk about the specific auditions they have online. I'm like,
what are you nuts?
What are you doing? No,
you don't need to be doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Where's your ninja?
But I cannot believe the one day I don't have ninja with me. The one I always carry it, and no ninja with me today. It would have been great.
Oh,
I know. I'm a little upset.
What's the ninja?
Oh God, ninja is a long story. But I'll try to give you the short version. My husband and I have a whole ninja thing. You jump out of nowhere and you surprise somebody. Yeah, no. We'll make a ninja. No, it's a whole thing. And so
sounds like Inspector Clouseau and Kato.
It's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of interesting things when you jump out and surprise people in the most random places. So we started using this little ninja instead of taking selfies everywhere when we travel. We just took pictures of ninja all over the place, and then it became a ninja. How I document my life is with this little guy, and then it just became fun, and then he just got a following. So
cool.
I just keep it up. So if you haven't seen
you have
ninja,
a spare ninja just in case.
Yes,
a spare one.
There might be a couple spares, but the woman I got it from in London disappeared. I can't find her anymore, so I have to be careful because every time he drops, his little flowers start to break, and yeah, it's a whole thing, you guys. Just check it out on Instagram.
All righty. That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. All righty. George, you got any other questions?
I just
He's just lost.
I'm looking through the chat room. That was from Scott Chambers. He's very upset that you don't have him, but
Scott. I'm sorry. I'll bring him next time.
Yes.
Or her.
Yes. All righty. Well, we're going to try and clean things up here and then move the party elsewhere because there's no more room in here. I can't believe I have this many people in here.
Well, we love you. We came to celebrate your birthday.
We'll take a picture. Yeah, well, we'll get a picture at the end.
We got to give Harlan Hogan some love.
Is Harlan? Oh, that's right. We have to talk about Harlan Hogan really quick here.
Yes, we do.
Harlan Hogan. Go over to voiceoveressentials.com if you want to buy good voiceover stuff. And that's about it. No. As you can see from his website, you can just go in there and look at all the fabulous things he has there. Books, his amazing Portabooth Pro and Portabooth Plus. Also, I mean, there's you're back at me. Go back to the website. Go flip through some stuff here. Let's show people what he has.
All right.
There we go. There's a mic mate. He's got cables. He's got all his signature series stuff. If you go over to voiceoveressentials.com, you will be guaranteed to get the stuff that you need. It's not like going over to Banjo Emporium where they've got all this stuff made for music. It's stuff made for voiceover, like the
Portabooth Pro.
Thank you, John Taylor. And which is a great device for moving around. And there's the headphone hanger, the special microphone. Whatever that thing is. It's the device, and of course my favorite thing, the adjustable boom strap. Is that what it is?
TMI.
Not strap.
Stop. No, it's a strap.
That's what she said.
But it's a strap. I call it the boom jock. Anyway, it will keep your microphone from falling over. And
true to its function,
it does a very good job of that. If you have like an RCA 77DX on here, that would just pull the whole thing right over. But thank you very much. Ow! Anyway, go over to voiceoveressentials.com and patronize Mr. Hogan because he has a fantastic collection of voiceover products there. And if you go to the bottom of our webpage there, why don't you show them the webpage and scroll down to the thing of Harlan Hogan there, George?
I can't do that.
Never mind.
George is too busy partying.
He's at another party.
He's on the East Coast.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, it's like 10 o'clock for you, isn't it, George?
Too stressful.
He's at a party. He doesn't
That's
care.
true.
It's
I've been being fed drinks since I got here 3 hours ago.
Past 3. Anyway, but go over there and buy his stuff because it's the best stuff for voiceover there is.
What's that website again?
It's voiceoveressentials.com.
Yeah!
Thank you, Harlan Hogan.
Thank you, Harlan.
Tidbit for the end of the year.
Oh, you have okay.
A little share.
She has a tidbit.
It's not
for
even
the
about
year?
me.
It's not even about
well,
you.
this is the last broadcast of the year.
It is. That's right.
So this is not preachy, but go and set your goals, people.
Yeah.
Write them down right now. Take it out. Dream as big as you can. And I say this just because I dreamt really big this year and shite happened, you know? So do it. I'm going to do a vision boarding thing tomorrow night with a bunch of people.
Cool.
Like, write it out. Just, you can make it happen. And this is the time right before the end of the year.
Right.
So.
This being my birthday, be a good night to do
Exactly.
that. We'll get the whiteboard out. And everybody want. Well, why don't you do that, Dan? Well, I could try that.
You were all on my vision board.
You were. You were.
Very good. All righty. What else we got left, George?
I think that's about it, man. I think we can
it's
say
time to put a fork in it.
It's time to
end of the
eat.
show.
It is. We got some great food here too. But anyway, we do need to thank a few people. Of course, I'd like to thank our fabulous audience that's here today. And all these wonderful people for coming. George, thank you for being at the party, even though you're 3,000 miles away.
Yeah, did my best.
Yeah,
At least
you
I
did a
got to
great
get
job.
a little bit of a
Great job.
drinky winky.
All right.
That explains a lot.
That's the George I know and love.
Little slow on the hit the take key, but thank you very much.
It's amazing what he can do under the influence.
Oh,
it is.
Good thing he's not driving.
Yes, we do need to
That's
thank
right.
our sponsors, of course, VO2GoGo.com and the voiceover, the Rehearsal app, and we need to thank, of course, Source Elements and Harlan Hogan for VoiceoverEssentials.com and Edge Studios. Thank you very much.
And Roy.
And Antland Productions.
And of course,
And Uncle Roy.
and Uncle Roy over at Antland Production. Great services for your voiceover folks. Does great demos and great help for you, your stuff over there.
And a great,
And a great guy.
And a great.
Hey, is that
Uncle Roy's a
is that
great.
Cans
Really
for
a great
Cans
guy.
thing still going on, or is that done?
What's that?
Cans for Cans. Is
Cans
that
for
over? Or
Cans.
is that still happening?
Benstown, no, they finished. But
They
next
finished,
year, they'll
okay.
do it again next year.
All right.
Great.
I'll make sure I do it next year. We need to thank our wives, especially Marcy tonight, who's been cooking and baking all day.
She's lovely.
And she doesn't even want to show her face in here, but she will show her face graciously at our party afterwards. We're
I
having
need
an
to
actual
thank
after party.
my parents because they are watching Ella tonight,
yes.
and last night, and tomorrow night, and Wednesday. They're watching my daughter without my help, and Amy is back in California. So thank you to my lovely parents. I love you very much. Thanks for helping me. Great care of them.
So you're all alone, George?
I'm traveling all alone.
You're never all alone when
That
you're
would-
near Virginia Tech.
It would explain a lot. Anyway, next week we won't be here. George and I have done like 18 shows in a row here. It's been like since Yom Kippur we've been working on this, and so we're going to take a week off and enjoy the New Year's. And I'm not sure who we have coming up after that. Like somebody's coming up in January.
The 11th.
January 11th. Where's Catherine? She doesn't have it in here, but we'll have a show. I promise. You'll all know what's
Yeah,
going
we're
on.
definitely going to have a
someone
show.
awesome.
I know that for
It
sure.
should be. What's that?
No, I know we're having a show. I know that very much.
Okay, we will be here. So join us for that. Anyway, I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. Like Rebecca says, get your goals down and let's make it happen in 2016. This is
Yeah.
going to be the greatest year for voiceover ever. Make sense?
Yay! Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you. Oh, you know how I love those birthday hugs.
Mwah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dan. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my goodness. You got great voices in here. I like what you got. Anyway, I'm Dan Leonard. Jorge.
I'm George Whittle.
Oh, and I'm George Whittam.
There he is.
And this is Voiceover Body Shop, or VO. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you all in 2016, and thanks for being here. Danny, every time an angel gets his wing.
Right?
We're out here.
Oh, we're still.
Oh, you were watching it. I can hear you laughing.
So much fun.
I love it.
Yes. This is the way a studio should be.
Oh no, I got some serious catching up to do right now.
Yeah, we just recorded 5
I
commercials.
sobered up during the
Outstanding.
show.
Dan, just put those in the Dropbox.
Did you really?
Oh, no, our pleasure. I wanted Roxanne to see the studio.
Yeah, but as you can see, it's, you have.
This was very funny. Great addition.
Sound is good.
I loved it.
You're on the television.
You on TV?
Yeah.
So, okay, so yeah.
Oh boy, that was.
Engineer from over
Was
there.
it came off good?
This door closes, so this becomes airtight and sound tight. I generally put some gas in here,
No one can hear you scream.
and no one will hear you scream. But but it also this was actually a drum isolation booth.
Yes, so wait a minute.
So, but we
The audience
reconfigured
camera
some
got,
of the acoustics in here
dislodged,
now.
sticking
It's,
straight up in
as
the
you
ear.
can hear, it's totally neutral in here, and
Oh, this is
quiet.
really, really cool.
yeah, it was worth it coming out here just for this.
It's amazing. And this room, this is
Yeah,
cool.
this is
The
wired.
shape of this room is amazing.
That's
too.
one
And we can work out here. I mean, I want to get clients out here.
Yeah.
We can do group recording sessions. I was hoping we could do looping and stuff.
I don't know.
It's. I mean, I.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well if you had clients.
Yeah.
I've
never been here.
Oh my god.
Where's the camera?
It's right there.
Camera's right here.
At least I think.
Oh.
Like this, my own teleprompter.
Yeah,
They know it too. They charge you a lot of money.
You had no idea what went
free
into
for a long time, and then
figuring all
I got
this
edged
stuff.
I can't even imagine.
But we kept buying stuff. Well, that didn't work. Oh, why don't we try this? And then this is SDI into an HDMI converter, which goes into the monitor there, so we can aim the camera. and
When you
stuff.
said you had a full television studio, I didn't realize you have a full television studio here.
Yes, it's really
Oh yeah.
really nice.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Oh my god.
The lights and everything,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, all these really
and
nice
it just folds away really quick. The doors close, and it's a recording studio.
David the last time I saw him, I was like, you guys
I mean, this is great for any kind of an interview situation.
Mhm.
Play with the thing outside.
The blue screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, I have a whole nother tapestry that goes over this one when we're done with the show.
Wow.
And and then
This is really impressive.
workstation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on and join the party. I'll be right there.
Okay. Wow. That's really cool.
Why are you people in the chat room? Go home.
I didn't see any of that. All right, we're going into the party. I'll see you later.
All right, man. We're gonna have our own little 3-person party right over here.
All right, that's kind of party I like to be. All right. Oh, nice and cool in here. All right. Happy New Year, George. I'll see you next week.
Happy New Year, man. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you.
Good night.
Get up.